Hello and welcome back to the kitchen. Well, it's the end of January now and we don't have a great deal growing on the allotment, but we do have a few leeks, and these I picked this morning. And we're at that time of year where, because there's not much growing, we're depending on our stocks of food that we built up last year to be able to get us through the rest of the winter. So we've got things like our dried herbs, with the leek there, and we've got our garlic. We've got our potatoes, very important crop for us, those. We've also got a big sackload of apples that we picked wild still to use up, and these aren't in the best of shape, so we're going to have to use those up quite quickly. And we've got some of our shallots still to use up as well. Unfortunately, we're just about out of the onions that we grew. We didn't have as good a crop as we wanted last year. But what we've also got are the chutneys that we made last year as well, and we've still got quite a few of those to use up. And what we're going to do today is show you how you can use all these ingredients to make a sausage meatloaf. So if you want to make a meatloaf, this is what you have to do. You need to start by putting your pork sausage meat into a large mixing bowl. Every kitchen should have one of these. This is a bowl of breadcrumbs, homemade breadcrumbs. Now, don't throw out stale bread, turn it into breadcrumbs, because breadcrumbs are actually a really versatile ingredient for all sorts of dishes. And in the meatloaf that we're making, you need to add into the mixing bowl the same volume of breadcrumbs as you have for the meat. The next ingredient to add in is grated apple. Now, we're using sweet eating apples because that's what we have available for us, and you need about 3 or 4 small to medium sized apples per pound of meat. Next ingredient is garlic, and you need about 3 cloves of garlic for every pound or half kilo of meat that you've put in. The final 3 ingredients to make the basic meatloaf are the dried herbs, and you will then also need to add in your shallots, which need to be chopped. You're looking at about 3 medium to large shallots per pound or half kilo of meat, and then you will need to add in about 2 tablespoonfuls of cooking oil per pound of meat used. Well, once all the basic ingredients are in the bowl like we have here, you need to use your hands to mix it all together. We're making 3 different loaves, so we made the basic mix, and then we divided it into 3 equal quantities to make 3 loaves. And the first one is this one. This is the leek one. These are the leeks that I picked this morning, so they were chopped finely. We put in about 4 or 5 small to medium sized leeks. This is the chutney one. We used half a jar of mild marrow chutney. It's about 300 grams, or just over half a pound of chutney into that one. And finally, this one is the potato loaf, which is about 450 grams or a pound of potatoes, grated and then mixed through, and then really thoroughly mix this stuff together. And these are now ready to go into the oven. Well, they've been in the oven at 220 degrees centigrade for just over half an hour now, so this is the moment of truth. Just see how these have turned out. Oh, here it comes. That's the chutney one. This is the potato one. A bit of the potato loaf got left at the bottom of the tin here, so it seems like a good excuse to try what it's like. Actually, that's come out really well. Quite pleased with that. And one of the advantages with this meal is that it's very economical to make. All we had to do was buy the sausage meat for it. The rest of it came from the allotment or from food that we'd stored up over the winter for use in the early months of 2011. So in coming videos we'll be showing you how to use some of the other stocks of food that we've stored over the winter, so hopefully we'll see you then.